Hi everyone, in the previous unit we learned to make deductions about the present, things we think are true now. However, in this unit we will learn how to make deductions that relate to a past situation, so things we think were true in the past. Let's begin with a model dialogue, and afterwards we will explain all the expressions in detail. How can John be late again? He may have taken time off. He can't have. He's only just come back from Spain. That was a year ago. Okay, so again, it seems John is late, as person A said this about John. How can John be late again? How can John be late again? Now, in general, when we ask a question that begins with how can, we are asking someone the method of doing something. For example, to ask the method of being nicer to others, I can ask, how can I be nice to others? Or to ask the method of John being happier, we can ask, how can John be happier? However, when person A said this question, it's more about the person A being surprised that John is late again. So in situations like this, we can use this question structure to say something we are surprised by, something we cannot believe is true. Let's take a look at a few more example sentences. How can John work from home again? How can John be on holiday again? How can John be in another meeting? Okay, so let's now do a speaking practice of these questions. How can John be late again? How can John work from home again? How can John be on holiday again? How can John be in another meeting? Excellent job, well done. Let's now take a look at how we make past deductions. He may have taken time off. He may have taken time off. When we make deductions about the past, we use a modal verb with the verb have to form the present perfect tense, and the certainty of the deduction depends on the modal verb used. In this sentence, we use may. And when we use the modal verb may, we are talking about deductions we are not sure of. After may have, we can use a verb in its past participle, the PP form, to say what we believe to be true in the past. In this sentence, the PP is taken. The phrasal verb in this sentence, take off, means to not go to work, to spend time away from work. And the object of the verb is always used between take and off. So we can say take time off, but not take off time. As well as the noun time, we can use other phrases that relate to time as the object of the phrasal verb. So we can say take a day off or take a week off. Let's take a look at a few other example sentences. He may have taken today off. He may have gone on holiday. He may have called in sick. The phrase call in sick means to call work and report that you cannot come to work as you are ill. Okay, so let's now do a speaking practice of these sentences. He may have taken time off. He may have taken today off. He may have gone on holiday. He may have called in sick. Great job, well done. Let's take a look at another way of making deductions about the past. He can't have. He can't have. The key phrase in this sentence is can't have. We use can't have when we think it's not possible that something happened in the past. So the speaker is saying that it's not possible that John took time off. Additionally, same as may have, we usually use the past participle of a verb after can't have. However, in the dialogue, when you are referring to the same main verb as the other person, you can omit the main verb. So rather than saying the full sentence, he can't have taken time off, the speaker can just say he can't have, and the meaning of the verb phrase is understood. Okay, so here are a few more example sentences. He can't have taken today off. He can't have gone on another holiday. He can't have called in sick. Okay, so let's now do a speaking practice of these sentences. He can't have. He can't have taken today off. He can't have gone on another holiday. He can't have called in sick. Great job, well done. Lastly, let's take a look at the reason why person A believed John didn't take time off. He's only just come back from Spain. He's only just come back from Spain. This was the reason why person A believes John didn't take time off. Person A believes that John very recently returned from Spain. To talk about something that very recently happened, we use the present perfect tense, have plus PP with only just. And since John very recently returned from Spain, he cannot have taken time off again. Here are a few more example sentences. He's only just started his new role. He's only just been to Thailand. He's only just recovered from a cold. Okay, so let's now do a speaking practice of these sentences. He's only just come back from Spain. He's only just started his new role. He's only just been to Thailand. He's only just recovered from a cold. Excellent job today, well done. Let's listen to the whole dialogue again. How can John be late again? He may have taken time off. He can't have. He's only just come back from Spain. That was a year ago. Okay, so let's now do a speaking practice of this dialogue. As always, we will do 2 speaking practices and all the lines will be on the screen. So when it's your turn, please read the lines and participate in the dialogue. Let's begin. How can John be late again? He can't have. He's only just come back from Spain. He may have taken time off. That was a year ago. Fantastic effort today, well done. Okay, so in this lesson, we learned how to talk about past deductions, things we believe to be true in the past. And we also learned how to use a question to show surprise and how to talk about something that happened very recently. The next lesson is the speaking drill lesson, and I will see you again in the lesson after that. Bye bye.